What up guys, Kelvin here. Today we're gonna be looking at facts that will save your life, okay? I highly recommend you to watch the whole video. Yes, a lot of useful information in this video. And yeah, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to follow me on Instagram, KelvinLee1995. Link will be in the description below. And yeah, let's get right in with the show. If you encounter a mountain lion, do not turn your back on it. Walk backwards. Cats are ambush predators. They don't want to fight you head on and will wait for you to turn around to attack. There are videos showing this behavior with tigers at the zoo. People will sit in front of the enclosure, and as soon as they turn their back to the cat, the tiger goes into stalk mode. They turn around to face the tiger and the tiger go out of the stalk mode. This worked on a house cat too. My cat loves to stalk me, and when I turn and face her, she is suddenly cute and fluffy and cuddly. I turn my back and my leg gets eviscerated. So if you go to the zoo and the lion just got out of the cage, don't turn your back, okay? Walk backwards. You keep the eye contact with the lion at all times. This will save your life maybe. Chemical burns are not like fire or heat burns. Many will not immediately trigger a reflex action of pain. I lost a chunk of skin under my armpit because an industrial cleaner dripped under my rain suit. I had rinsed off my arm and then received so much as redness. But 30 minutes later, I noticed my shirt was soaked in blood. No pain till the next day, and by then a quarter-sized piece of skin had fallen off. Wow, that is scary. Read the labels and remove any chemical as quickly as possible using the recommended method. Water is not always the best way. Oh my god, oh, that is scary as heck. Chemicals, try not to go near them, okay? They are just very dangerous and a headache to deal with. You can call 911 even if you have no bars. The bars and the casinos from your carrier, but in an emergency, your phone uses any nearby cell tower even if you're not paying for the service that particular service provider. Even old phones that haven't had service for years can call 911 if the battery has a charge. That is actually true, okay? One time I was trying to call 911 and I had no service, but it still kind of works. Yup, one of my kids have life-threatening food allergy. He has also always been very high energy, active, and loved being outside, so we extend his bike radius significantly before he was old enough to get a cell phone. We give him an old phone to use in case he accidentally consumed one of his allergens while out with his friends. It had been out of service for years, but it was still able to contact 911, which is all we needed for since you still need to go to the emergency room after using the EpiPen. He will charge it before going out to ride and call it his 911 phone. This was before middle school, so when his friends would complain to their parents that he has a phone and they don't, he would clarify that it only to make sure he doesn't die. My kids are teens now with iPhones, but we still have the 911 phone in one of the kitchen drawer and it's fully charged. When my son accidentally broke his iPhone and needed to wait on a new one, he actually took the 911 phone out to go riding just in case, even though the rest of his friends have phones. So this is like a true story to prove that you don't need signal to call 911, okay? It's amazing. For stab wounds, do not try to pull out a sharp object on your own, especially if there is no doctor nearby. This is what pissed me off so much in a lot of movies. They always pull it out. That's how you bleed to death, you idiot, okay? If someone stabs you in the arm with a knife, don't try to pull it out. Just hold it, apply pressure, and then go to a near hospital if you can. Some winter advice: if you are homeless or for whatever reason have to sleep outside, find something to put between you and the ground. Cardboard works great, but find something. All your energy will not warm the earth, and many people have frozen this way as the ground absorbs more and more energy. That is also great advice for wilderness survival. Also here, another trick I learned from a beggar in Chicago when I went with my dad to a Chicago Bear game in the winter. Take newspaper and stuff your shoes full of it. Crumple up to create dead air pocket that will stay warm and act as insulation. At elevation, if your hair suddenly stand on end, dark and covered, lightning is about to strike. Can't imagine how scary that must feel knowing you be struck. A month ago, I was hiking with my girlfriend. It was drizzling and there was a thunderstorm somewhere in the distance, but we paid no heed. We reached the top, enjoyed the scenery, and started taking some photos only to realize that my girlfriend's hair is full on standing up. In that instant, I remember that this is the biggest sign of lightning strike and we got to a safer place immediately. It was a rush and I am so glad I knew the signs. Okay, but the problem is I put like hair gel in my hair. It naturally just stands up. So if a lightning is about to strike me, I am just doomed, okay? I don't even know. Don't be silent for an extended period of time if you're hiking in the wilderness. Contrary to popular belief, bears will prefer to not get into confrontation and will mostly avoid you if you notify them of your presence in the area. With that said, if you do stumble across a bear, don't run away. Contrary to their size, bears are freaking fast. Grizzly bears are brown and have a trademark hump of muscles on their back. They are aggressive. Your best bet is to get into a fetal position, covering your neck and stomach and play dead. They will only leave once they are absolutely sure the threat is gone, so don't play dead even after you sense the bear leave. Black bears, contrary to their name, come in various colors, including brown. They are more slender than grizzly bears. Your best bet with a black bear is to be aggressive as possible, making as much noise, looking as big as possible, throwing stones and large sticks. Don't bother to climb a tree since they are excellent climbers. In the event if a bear starts attacking, go ham, punch it, kick it, try to gouge its eyes out. If you happen to be in the Arctic and stumble upon a polar bear, then pray to the Almighty that it hits one of your vital points and kill you quickly, because there is practically nothing you can do against them. They are much bigger than both black and grizzly bear and they do not fear humans. But polar bears, they are so cute. If I saw one, I would try to pet that polar bear like an idiot. I will probably get killed quick. If someone ever approach you and try to force you into a car, do whatever it takes to stay out of that vehicle. Your odds of ending up there are largely increased if you manage to move you somewhere else. Fight to stay out of the vehicle like your life depends on it, because it probably does. Edit: my cousin is in the law enforcement and always tell us if someone points a gun at you and tell you to get in the car, your odds of survival are actually higher if you risk taking the bullet. But that is crazy. I would not want to take the bullet. I will probably just go in the car. Hopefully they will ask for some ransom or something and just give them the money. Most drunk driving deaths occur on Saturday night between 1 and 3 a.m. Avoid the road during this time if you can't help it. Yeah, so don't go out in the middle of the night on Saturday try to get like a McDonald's or some Chick-fil-A. No, don't do that. If you ever fall off a ship or ferry at sea and were lucky enough to be spotted, don't try to swim your way to safety. The more you try to swim, the lesser the chance of survival. Just try to keep afloat and conserve energy while rescue teams do what they are supposed to do. Unless you are in a hypothermic water, the best bet always is to stay afloat without trying to swim to somewhere. Edit: this comment and also several other answers of mine later in this thread about falling overboard, hypothermia, and conditions. Survival at the sea are based on my own experience of 12 sailing on merchant ship like this. So if you are on a cruise ship and you fall off the ship, just try to stay afloat and you'll get rescued, okay? Don't try to swim. If you have a cut that gets infected and see a streak of red going out from it, go to the doctor immediately. It is a sign of serious infection that can lead to sepsis. A girl in my middle school pointed out the girl sitting in front of me and started yelling that she need to go to a hospital right away. The girl had what looked like a red purple tree root tattoo coming out of her sock and up her calf. Turned out she was right and it was some kind of blood infection. I was really confused at the time but never forgot it. That stuff is no joke. So to put it in a simple way, if you see like a red vein in your arm, you are not going to turn into like a villain or a demon, okay? You are about to die, so please go to the doctor immediately. Actual fire spreads shockingly fast. We all like to play what is the one thing you grab if your house was on fire, but the real right answer is that it is not alive. You should leave it and get the hell out. People tend to imagine a fire burning on the floor in a corner somewhere, but the reality is often that it is running across the ceiling and circling around the walls. Just get out. That's a good advice, okay? I am in Australia and recently was woken up by a watch and an ad alert. There was a bushfire racing up the Gaudi 2 street away. In that moment when I knew I wasn't going to stay and fight and had to leave immediately, I left with my phone, wallet, medication, and pets. No trinket or photo album matters. The necessities could be replaced and people are really generous to those in need during an emergency. It was interesting packing my emergency bag for this reason and how little I packed. Will I be sad if my home burns? Of course. Will I miss some of my stuff? Yes, but I am not going to care when the flames come. Yeah, I like the way this man thinks, okay? He just took the phone, wallet, medication, some important stuff while you still got time, okay? If the fire is like burning in your house, get out immediately. Just run out, don't even worry about nothing, okay? The fire can spread like 1 second. If you've gone 2.5 or more days without water and you have to choose between drinking water without any way to sanitize it or not drinking water, drink the water. If you don't, you will definitely die soon. Most of the disease you can get from bad water take a couple days to set in, which give you more time to find help. Even the water is really dirty and it's green and sometimes it's black, but you just gotta drink it, man. You wanna survive or not, okay? If you ever find yourself caught in a riptide, swim parallel to the shoreline until you get out of the riptide. Swimming directly back to the shore while caught in one won't get you anywhere and it only exhausts you, making it extremely dangerous to do so. You can do the Heimlich maneuver on yourself. Seriously, think about how often you eat or snack when you are by yourself. Even someone is in another room. If you are choking, you cannot talk or scream. Everyone should learn it. It is simple. Just make a fist and solve it out and into someone's rib cage. My fiance was choking on some cake in bed and I was able to dislodge it that way. Stuff happens. Be prepared, okay? So whenever something got stuck in your airway, do a maneuver on yourself, okay? Just put it in the rib cage and push it up. Maybe you'll save your own life. If a friend of yours has fallen through ice into a frozen body of water and you would like to save them, lie down on the ice and crawl out to them. Do not walk out to them standing up. This maximizes your surface area and lessen the likelihood that you will fall through the ice as well, getting you both messed up, okay? Oh, side story, if you are the one to fall through the ice, the first thing to do is calm down and fight the effect of shock by taking deep breaths. You will do no good spazzing out and hyperventilating. After calming down, the next step is to army crawl on the ice. Do not try to lift yourself out on the nearest ice because this will make the ice also fail. Once army crawling on the ice, bring your leg parallel to the surface of the water and kick hard and fast, pushing yourself into the ice, similar to the above comment. This is to minimize stress on the ice by maximizing surface area. This is like the perfect tip when you go to Alaska, okay? If you live in Florida, this tip will not help. Close your bedroom door at night. The amount of damage done to a room with a closed door by a fire is significantly less than one with an open door. You may have a chance to escape. Edit, here's a video showing the difference. Let me piggyback on this. If you are trying to escape a burning building or are about to open a closed door, be worried that there may be fire buildup and trapped on the other side waiting for an opening to burst to the next door. If the door opens inwards towards you, stand aside while opening the door, using the door as a shield so the build-up fire doesn't blast you. Well, I sleep with my door closed anyway because I never leave it open. It's just kind of scary for me to sleep with the door open. Do you sleep with your door open? Don't tailgate. Don't brake check tailgaters. Yeah, this is some serious advice. Do not follow the car that's in front of you too close, okay? Give like a 2-car distance. That will keep you and the driver ahead of you safe, okay? Fast, face, arms, speech, time. It is a way to spot a stroke. Face, if you have got an uneven smile or a part of your face is drooping. Arms, if you raise your arms and one of them slumps or can't be raised as high. Speech, slur or unintelligible speech. Time is of the essence. Call 911 immediately. Hey guys, I work in the kitchen. Start asking me specific questions. So important. My wife is a nurse and made sure I knew all this stuff. One day at work, a young co-worker who was a very healthy person who ran every day had a stroke. I called 911 against her vehement protest, and she was in a hospital within 30 minutes. None of my co-worker had a clue what was happening. For teaching me this stuff, my wife get all the credit. It's the story of a person that spotted another person having a stroke. Okay, so this is pretty important stuff. If you ever come into contact with a gorilla, especially a male, stay low and quiet, and no sudden moves. Don't look at them in the eye either. They take loud noises and movement as a challenge, and they will crush you like a soda can. Man, gorillas are huge, okay? You do not want to pick a fight with a gorilla, okay? They are big. And it's a big mistake too if you fight that gorilla. Learn to swim. You don't have to be Michael Phelps racing a shark. Just learn the basic. Learn to recognize the sign of distress in water and use the body system in water over your head. My brother was a Marine. He drowned in a popular swimming hole because no one realized he was having trouble and they were too far away once he went under. Oh, that is a sad story. If someone is trying to adopt you and fighting back or yelling for help doesn't work, then pretend to faint or vomit on them. If those tactics don't work, then take the chance of getting stabbed or shot to escape. Once you get in the vehicle with the adopter, your odds of surviving are less than if injured in public. Do not let them take you to the second crime scene. Fight for your life. Maybe 95% of the time, a guy will try to kidnap a girl, okay? So the best thing to do is punch them in the balls. Trust me, it won't work, okay? It's gonna hurt really bad. Be sure to punch it really hard that the man won't have any babies. Not really a fact, but someone once told me this. If you weren't there to put your dick in there, don't put your finger in there either. This is useful, especially with big machines and other things with holes. You can prevent some serious injuries like this. I totally agree, so just keep that in mind. It might save you some fingers in the future. If you happen to someday find yourself on a sinking boat and it goes underwater and you are somehow able to get free, be aware. Once the air neutralizes, if you are far down in love, water pressure will kill you and collapse your lung. To avoid this, scream all the way to the top, no joke. While you swim up, scream. It will keep the pressure from killing you. But my question is, will screaming not drain you of air supplies? You know, when you're underwater, you need some air. If you are at a bar or a club and some a-hole antagonize you, don't let your ego get involved. Seems so many people get hurt when they could just walk away. Funny thing is, most people think of fighting back will defend their pride, but to me and a lot of other people, you just look insecure. Be the cool guy, just laugh it off. You are sincerely former bartender. Don't try to fight a guy in the bar unless you know Kung Fu, okay? If you don't, just walk away and everything will be fine. It will save you a lot of headache. In a crisis situation, people run for the door they came in from. When the shooter walked into the restaurant, run for the kitchen. There is always an exit through the kitchen and very few people will think to run there. Plus, if you're not armed, a kitchen is full of killer cutlery to defend yourself with. Same as a plane, flight attendants aren't just telling you the exit are here, and here for fun. Go out the nearest exit, not the one you came in through. When you see someone whose neck was slashed and cut and is bleeding out profusely, reach for his carotid artery and then pinch it so he stops bleeding out. My uncle was saved because of this. Some drunk a-hole slashed his leg with a broken bottle. His friend reached for his carotid artery so he stopped bleeding out until they reached the ER. If the accelerator in your car gets stuck and you cannot stop, shift your car to neutral. Don't turn the key in the ignition until you stop moving. Also, it'll lock the steering. Now you know, okay, if the car is going out of control, make sure to put it in neutral and I think everything should be fine. Don't be too proud to ask for help. Life has this odd habit of throwing us curveballs every now and then. It can be difficult to overcome on your own. So don't be alone. Open up, confide in people you trust. Seek professional help and be patient. It takes time. Just don't keep it all in you and fight alone. That is a recipe for real damage to your mental health and happiness. Yes, mental health is a very serious issue, okay? If you need help, seek some professional help, okay? Mixing bleach with ammonia, both of which are common household cleaning products, can release deadly chlorine gas. Basically, don't mix household cleaners unless you are 100% sure of what you are doing. Yeah, mixing these two chemicals can just kill you instantly. Chips can be used as a fire starter. I imagine pretty much any snack food that is starch-based will work. Personally, I found Doritos to work quite well. So next time you are lost in the woods, start at the next vending machine you see and it might just save your life. If you lost in the woods and you find a vending machine, that'll be a miracle. That's the thing. I never see a vending machine in the forest, okay? So yeah guys, if you found the tip useful, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell notification so you know when I post new videos. And make sure to check out my Instagram, link will be in the description below. And yeah, my name is Kelvin and I'll see you guys next video.